All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here today in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. This is the day, the Thursday that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And you are now watching the Ramon Preston Show. Here's what I need you to do. Hit that like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And today is Thursday, June the 2nd, 2022. Wherever you're watching us from, thank you so much for joining the Ramon Preston Show today. Please put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. And while you're putting the city you're watching me from in the comments, I want to make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube page. You are following me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and any other platform. You can find me at Ramon Preston, So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. I am your host, Ramon Preston. And every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, I show up here on this show to share information with you that I know can help you properly start or restart your business, structure or restructure your business, and ultimately scale your business. Even if you don't have a business, you as an individual are a business. So if you want to see increase in your income, if you want to see expansion in your life, if you have dreams and desires to be successful, it is going to require you learning the fundamentals of business, finances, economics, and the things that entrepreneurs use every day to create success. And that's what we provide for you on this show on a day-to-day basis. And guess what? Here's what's really good about what I'm sharing with you. I live what I share with you because my life has turned for the better within the last 18 years as a full-time entrepreneur. And can you imagine all the things that I have learned in the last 18 years, which obviously have benefited me because I've become a successful entrepreneur and business owner. And I want that success to be your story as well. So today, I want to talk to you about the 3 keys to be financially free. Now, I'm sure it doesn't matter who you are, where you are in your life right now. I am sure, I can absolutely positively be sure that you would love to be financially free. If you know you want to be financially free, if you're not financially free, but you know you want to be financially free, I want you to put in the comments, hashtag freedom. I want you to put that in the comments, hashtag freedom. If you really want freedom, if you really want to see financial freedom, and you know you've been dreaming about being financially free, you know you've been desiring to be financially free, you know you have worked tirelessly to become financially free, but you've yet to see that freedom, I want to give you 3 keys to be financially free. So if you're taking notes, get a pen, get a piece of paper, get a notepad, get another device. I'm about to give you the game on 3 keys to be financially free. Key number 1, the first key to be financially free begins with a word called stewardship. All right, this is the first key to being financially free. Now again, when I say financial freedom, when I say being financially free, I'm talking about being in a financial position to do the things you want to do, when you want to do them, how you want to do them, without any limitations. We want you to be debt-free, at least consumer debt-free. We want you to be people-free, at least from the perspective of having to depend on people to help you live a certain quality of life. And your financial freedom, first and foremost, is going to be dependent upon your ability to become a steward. So stewardship basically is you being entrusted with certain things and you using those certain things based on what you have been trusted to do with them. So for example, if you were being raised by a parent or a guardian or both of your parents, and you had younger siblings, and the parents went to the store and said, I want to leave you responsible for your two siblings or for your little cousin, or I want you to watch the dog or the cats while we're gone, or I want you to look out for my yard while I'm on vacation. Anything that somebody has trusted you to look out for, or has trusted you to take care of or to watch over, anything like that is a reflection of stewardship. So even when you're in school and you go into these groups and the teacher says, we're going to put everybody in groups of 3. And Jason, I want you to be the leader of that group. And Susie, I want you to be the leader of that group. Well, guess what? That's a level or form of stewardship. And the reason why your financial freedom is dependent upon your stewardship, and this is the first key, is because you've got to take responsibility for what has been entrusted to you. So from a spiritual perspective, I mean, I could get spiritual. God has entrusted you with a life. So you got to be the CEO of your life. You got to make the decision that, man, God has given me a life. He's given me certain years on this planet, and I'm going to be a steward over my life. I'm going to be a steward over my time, and I'm going to make sure that I prove to God and to myself and to my family that I can be trusted with this life. I'm going to make the most of it. This is one of the reasons why I show up every day on this show. You know why? Because I am a good steward over the life, over the time, over the opportunities, and guess what? Over the space that has been entrusted to me, the space of social media, the space of being able to use platforms to talk to you, because I want to be a good steward, because I know stewardship is the first key to my financial freedom. So now, what are some things that make up your stewardship? Here are some things that make up your stewardship. Your mindset. So you got to be a good steward over your mind. So if all you listening to is garbage and you're not learning and training and preparing yourself mentally for what you want to accomplish with regard to financial freedom, guess what? You're not being a good steward over it. What is another thing that makes up stewardship? Commitment. So you have to be committed to financial freedom. See, when you're committed to financial freedom and you have a mindset to be financially free, it changes how you move. It changes what you do with your opportunities. It changes your motivation. It changes your energy and how you operate on a day-to-day basis, because your commitment is being fueled by a mindset that's all centered around you wanting freedom. See, a lot of people, they look at performers, high performers and go-getters like me, and they just think, oh, all you doing is chasing money. Well, the truth is, I'm not necessarily just chasing money. Of course, I want to make money, but I'm chasing freedom, baby. I want to be free. I don't want to be burdened by debt. I don't want to be burdened by bills. I don't want to be burdened by a lack of a quality of life that I can't do for my family the way I want to do for my family and be the person I want to be to my family and my community, because I'm not financially free. So your stewardship reflects your mindset, your commitment. It also reflects, here's another one, your accountability. Your accountability. So think about that. If you're a steward over your freedom financially, that means you got to be held accountable financially. So let me ask you this question real quick. When it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money, when it comes to how you deal with money, how you make it, how you manage it, how you spend it, how you invest it, how you save it, how you use it, do you have people in your life that hold you accountable? Or is you like, what's my boy name? The rapper, can't nobody tell me nothing. Are you like him? Can't nobody tell you nothing about your money? Can't nobody dictate to your money? Some of you have spouses and your spouse can't even tell you about your money. Or maybe you have a spouse that you can't say nothing to them about their money. This is a lack of accountability, meaning that it's a lack of stewardship. So me and my wife, we both make money. We both run businesses and ministries together. We both do a whole lot of things together, right? And we both do different things than each other. She has a lot of things that she likes to do. I have a lot of things that I like to do. We got things that we do together because that's how we built our lives. But guess what? We are accountable to each other financially because we both want to be financially free. So it's not like I can't do certain things, or it's not like she can't do certain things. It's just that we don't want to just do anything we feel like we should be doing when it doesn't reflect our financial freedom. So your stewardship is the first key to being financially free. And your stewardship is about your mindset. You got to get the right mindset about money. Ramon, how I'm going to get the right mindset about money? You got to start learning about money. And I'm telling you, for those of you that be watching me and other people on social media, and if you think you're going to just keep watching people on social media, keep listening to our videos, keep Googling and YouTubing, if you think you're going to search your way to financial freedom, how's that working? How's it working? It ain't working. Because you cannot get free financially just by getting information. You have to get information, but you got to get committed and you got to be accountable. You got to get around people who can hold you accountable. This is why being a mentor or being mentored by mentors and being coached or being a coach is so important. This is I think it's such a lost practice in our society today. I really do. Because when I meet people who are in business, when I meet people who are entrepreneurs, even people who work for entrepreneurs that are not being coached and mentored by other people, I'm like, you know how much you missing? You know what you could be doing? You know how better off your life could be if you let somebody mentor you and coach you? It's crazy. So mindset is a part of your stewardship. Commitment is a part of your stewardship. Accountability, and here's the last one for stewardship. Consistency. Consistency. I can't even tell you how many people reach out to me on a regular basis, and here's the first thing that they say, or one of the first things they say. Hey, Ramon Preston, I want you to mentor me. I want to be mentored by you. The moment I introduce them to one of my programs to show them that, hey, if you join this program, I'm going to mentor you every day on my platform. I'm going to mentor you every week in my coaching calls. I'm going to mentor you every month in my workshops, in my headquarter days, in my quarterly events. I'm going to use all these different vehicles and platforms and opportunities to mentor you. Guess what? They become inconsistent because they're not committed to be held accountable, probably because they don't have the right mindset. So the first key to be financially free is you got to be a steward. And that means you got to accept the fact that God has entrusted you with success. He's entrusted you with possibility. He's entrusted you with potential. God has entrusted you with the opportunity of a lifetime to live a life and be successful in your lifetime. But how does it actually happen? It happens by you developing the right mindset. That means you got to get around the right people. You got to get the right information. You got to build a muscle. You got to get disciplined. And all this is going to come from your commitment, your accountability, and your consistency. So the first key to being financially free is stewardship. You got to become a steward. All right. Next, number 2. If you're taking notes, I want you to catch it. Number 2, the second key to being financially free is not stewardship, but strategy. You got to become strategic. You got to develop strategies. Now, strategies are not just ideas. So when somebody says, oh, I'm developing strategies or I'm just strategizing, no, you just got ideas. You just coming up with stuff in your mind. Strategies are more important to your life than you think they are, because strategies are not just ideas. Strategies are actually the execution of those ideas. So when you come up with a strategy, what you're coming up with is a way to execute or to act or to put effort behind a certain idea. So when I get an idea, my idea is financial freedom, remember? So financial freedom is my idea. Let's just say you got a certain dollar amount you want to make this year. You know what you want to do this year, right? Well, first of all, you got to become a steward of it. So now you got to develop the mindset, you got to get committed, you got to be held accountable, and you got to become consistent in believing that I'm going to be free and I'm going to hit my target because I'm a steward. So I'm going to be entrusted with this idea, with this belief that I can hit that target. The second key is I need a strategy now. So now I got to figure out what is the best way, what is the most important step I can take towards fulfilling that dream or that target or that idea to be financially free. So your strategies reflect your education. Like, think about it. You wake up every day, right? We all wake up every day. So if you wake up every day, do you think about doing better every day, or do you just think about doing better every once in a while? How often would you like to be financially free? Would you like to be free today financially? So would you like to be financially free tomorrow? How many days of the week do you want to be financially free? Put it in the comments. Like, put in the comments how many days you want to be financially free. Most likely it's 7 days, right? Now, if you put in the comments 1 day a week, you just being goofy now. Come on. You probably want to be free financially every day of the week. Well, if you want to be financially free every day of the week and you have become a steward over that belief that you can be free financially every day of the week, what makes you think you don't supposed to get educated every day of the week? So how often do you educate yourself about money? How often are you learning the right information about financial freedom? See, this is why I be pushing all of my clients and my students to my online platform. I have a whole platform, a training platform of courses, hundreds and hundreds of courses that teach you all the things you need to learn about being financially free, becoming financially literate, teach you about entrepreneurship, business ownership, holding companies, teach you about wealth building, investing, goal setting, all these things. And you cannot listen to that information every once in a while, but you want to be financially free every day. No, every day you got to learn something. Every day, because this is a part of your strategy. This is a part of your strategy. Education is a strategy. See, I learned early on in my entrepreneurship that I had an advantage above a lot of people that I was around, because a lot of people that I was around when I first started as an entrepreneur, they wasn't learning nothing. They just had a college education, or maybe they learned a few little things, or they got a license to be a real estate agent, or they became a broker, or they got good at some things and they stopped learning. And I realized that I could get so further than them just by strategically educating myself. That's how I look at it. If I learn just one thing every day about business or about money, think about it. In a year, I would have learned 365 different things. And most people don't even learn one thing in a year. Definitely not 365 things. So strategy is about education. Strategy is also about training. So now, when you get educated, do you get training on the things you're getting educated on? See, here's the difference between education and training. Education is you getting information, certain information about certain things, right? So you start getting educated about financial literacy, about owning a business, about investing, about making money, about managing money, about how to increase your income. You start getting educated about financial freedom. You understand business and economics. So you start educating yourself on these things, right? But all that education ain't gonna change nothing if you don't complemented with training. So what do you mean training? Like, for example, we're training one of our new team members here, right? So for the past 2 days, she's been showing up, and she hasn't just been getting educated, she's been getting training. She's sitting in front of a computer, she's sitting in front of a phone, she's sitting in front of information, and guess what she's doing? She's doing the work. And she's further along just in 1 day that most people have been able to do in a year. You know why? Because she's not just getting education, she's getting training. That's one thing that we do here every day. Everybody that shows up into my office Monday through Friday, guess what they're going to get? They're going to get educated and they're going to get training. Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to educate myself and I'm going to train every day, at least 5 days a week. So when you are part of my community, if you are being mentored by me, if I'm your coach and consultant and you're letting me hold you accountable, you're going to train every day, at least 5 days a week. Every day you wake up to do business or every day you wake up to go to work, that should be a day that you start by educating yourself and training yourself, because this is strategy. Strategy is about taking the information you learn and putting that information to practice until you build a muscle, until you develop the discipline to see certain results show up in that specific area of your life. All right. So here's my third key to being financially free. Number 3, the third key is systems. So let's just assume you got the first 2 keys, okay? Let's just assume you got key number 1, you got stewardship. You're committed, right? Let's assume you got key number 2, strategy. So just with these first 2 keys, let's just assume you got these 2. You're committed, right? You are consistent, you are accountable, and you are prepared. You are prepared as an individual to really start developing your mind to learn more about finances, to learn more about business, to learn more about economics, and to do more in that area that you're learning in. Let's just say you could check these 2. You're a steward, you're in it. You're like, Ramon, I'm ready. I know I've been off. I ain't been consistent. I ain't been showing up every day the way I'm supposed to, but I'm ready. Now I want to get educated, Ramon. Now I want to get trained. I want to be put in a regimen. I want to be put in a program that I can stay focused every day. I'm willing to do that for myself. Number 3 is systems. Now you got to develop the right systems. When I say systems, here's what I mean. I mean systems for business, and these systems for business can be systems on how to make more money. This is sales. Systems on how to get more attention, how to promote what you're selling more. This is marketing. Systems on how to manage the finances that you now have coming in if you're selling more and marketing more. These are financial systems. Systems on operations, like how are you going to run the day-to-day operations? Like almost everybody that comes to my office, whether they come to visit or whether they are clients and mentees and they're part of our program and they show up at a headquarter day, or they come to a workshop, or we're having a coaching session, almost everybody, when they start seeing how I move on a day-to-day basis, they always say, how do you remember all this stuff? Like you jump in and out of like 8 or 9 different departments. You throw on different hats within a 20 or 30 minute window, because I have an operational system that I have created that has certain processes, certain procedures, and certain practices that keeps me in a certain rhythm so that I do not get thrown off. So I can come in here in the morning and I can jump from sales to marketing, to finances, to operations, and I can move in and out of certain departments and divisions in ministry, in business, in investments, or whatever it is that I'm doing, because I have systems. I've got systems. You got to get these systems. So if you are at a point in your life where you know, number one, you want to become a steward. You want to get better at being committed and consistent, and you know you can't do it yourself. It's okay to admit that you cannot hold yourself accountable. Like, as strong of a person as I am, as much of an ego and a strong will that I have, I still need people to surround me to hold me accountable. My team holds me accountable. I have coaches and mentors that hold me accountable. I have spiritual leaders that hold me accountable. My wife is one of those who holds me accountable. And so what happens is, all those parameters of accountability, they become my key to stewardship. And now, as a good steward over my dreams, as a good steward over my desires, as a good steward over my drive to become financially free, I develop strategies. And my strategy is to educate myself every day, to train every day, to exercise my business and my financial muscle every day, so that when I start putting systems together for the business of me, for the business of Ramon, not for some entity, but for the business of Ramon, I can develop the muscle, the discipline, and the skill set to sell more, to increase my income, to generate more revenue, to create more opportunities, to help more people. I can get better at marketing and pushing my brand and letting the world know that I have something to offer. I can get better at finances. I can understand taxes and what things that I need to do to continue to multiply my money. I can operate more efficiently. All of these things that I'm talking about doing are keys to your financial freedom. So if you know, like I had to come to the knowledge of, that this is what you want. If you know you want to be free, period. If you know you want to be free, if you know you're tired of struggling paycheck to paycheck or just getting by, and you know that you do not have an infrastructure in your own life, personally or professionally or financially put together, I want to give you access to a program that I have put together strategically, and I made sure that I thought about every aspect of a person's life who may not be where they want to be, because I was that person. So the good thing about being a part of any program I put together, these programs have been put together for me. So I have myself in mind. I think about myself when I put these programs together. So I want to introduce you to a 1-year mentorship program. It's called a Millionaire Mentorship program. Imagine being a part of a program that has given you all the tools and the resources and the support and the information and the training that you need to really become a millionaire. I don't know about you, but when I was coming up, when I was growing up in my teenage years and even in my early 20s, I always wanted to be a millionaire. I always dreamed about it. I remember the song that we used to sing back in the late 80s, early 90s, I want to be rich, but I never knew how I could actually become that. I never had the tools and the resources, and it wasn't until just the last few years, after years and years of research and development and educating myself and training and trial and error and failing and experimenting with things, that I finally put together a blueprint for success. That's why I call my signature program a Millionaire Blueprint. And so this Millionaire Mentorship program is my way of taking the best components of my consulting, the best components of my coaching, the best components of my educational platform, and bring them all together in a program that can be very, very simple for you, as long as you're willing to become a steward, as long as you're willing to implement the strategies and as long as you're willing to allow me and my team to help you put together the right systems and processes. So this is a 1-year program. We provide 1-year access to our online business and financial training program. So for 1 year, you're able to go on every day. We want to put you on a schedule, because if for 1 year you get access to a business and financial training program with information that has made someone a millionaire and that's making other people 6- and 7-figure earners, it's only a matter of time within that year that you start finding your rhythm. So we're going to give you 1 year access to our Millionaire Blueprint. This is our online training program. So I always recommend at least 5 days a week. If you work 5 days a week, or if you run your business and you have office hours 5 days a week, you're going to train at least 5 days a week on this online program. In addition to that, I'm going to give you access to 52 weeks of coaching calls. So this is 52 weekly coaching calls, right? Now these coaching calls happen every Monday at 7:00 p.m. So imagine if at least 5 days a week you're being mentored by me virtually. You're going on my platform, you're watching my videos, you're learning about business, entrepreneurship, investing, goal setting, family wealth building. You're learning about holding companies, you're learning about finances and tax strategies 5 days a week. But then every week you drop into a weekly coaching call, so I can teach you, I can give you a lesson, an assignment, some follow-up homework, and you can ask questions. You're in a community where people are asking questions that you might be thinking that is going to provide a lot of value to you. So you get 1 year access to my online training program. You get 52 weekly coaching calls. You also get 4 VIP workshops. So each of these workshops that I host, they dig into the nuts and bolts of sales. That's one. Marketing. That's another one. Financials. That's another one. And operations. So at least once a month. So you have 5 days a week for the program. Then you have once a week for the coaching calls, and then at least once a month, you're able to show up in person or virtually for a workshop. So we take almost a day and we just do a deep dive into how you're going to put your sales system together, how you're going to put a sales process together, your marketing systems and processes, your financial systems and processes. We talk about CRMs, we talk about social media campaigns, we talk about QuickBooks. We show you how to configure these. We talk about administrative and operational platforms and softwares that you can use to make your operation more efficiently. So that will be once a quarter. We also give you access to our headquarter days. So you're able to spend the day with me and my team and learn the ins and outs of what we've done to build our organizational enterprise. You're able to ask questions, take notes, and get a sneak peek behind the scenes into how we do what we do. We also give you access to our Millionaire Concierge. So these are team members here at my company that you can text, you can call, you can email. They're going to text you, call you, and email you. These are our Millionaire Concierge, and they help to support you just in case you have a question about your online training that you're doing 5 days a week. Maybe you have some follow-up questions from our weekly coaching call. Maybe you have a scheduling issue with one of your workshops, or maybe you're in a business deal and you just need some direction from me as your coach and mentor on what do you need to do. Our Millionaire Concierge are always available for you. We also give you access to a private Facebook page, and every quarter, we provide for you an examination. We call it our 5-step assessment. So there's a certain process I use as a coach and a business consultant for my clients. And so for people who join my 1-year mentorship program, we are offering you an entire walk through self-assessment. So every quarter, 4 times a year, you're going to have this walk through self-assessment. We give you a workbook that you're going to use to go through an entire assessment with each of these 5 steps to take a look at examining your business, examining your finances, examining your progress, to see how far have you gotten based on the goals that we're setting for you for the year that you're in the program. And then we follow up with you with sessions using our consulting system to make sure that everything that you want to accomplish in that year is actually being accomplished. So if you want access to this 1-year program, so that you can give me and my team an opportunity to mentor you, to coach you, to consult you, to train you, to educate you, so you can properly start your business, whether it's a holding company, whether it's multiple LLCs. We show you how to structure that holding company and those LLCs the right way. But then we want to show you how to integrate the right systems, the right processes. But then we want to show you how to execute it so that every day while you're educating yourself, while you're training, you know what needs to be done to get out there in the marketplace, to make money, to take your products and services, price them right, package them right, present them right, and become a successful individual so that you can experience financial freedom. So all you have to do is text the word that you're going to become. That is a millionaire. Text the word that you're going to become, millionaire, to 404-478-7213. I want you to text millionaire to 404-478-7213. When you text that name, millionaire, to this number, we're going to reach back out to you. We're going to take a few minutes to walk you through a brief assessment to make sure that we are identifying with what exactly you want to accomplish. We're going to share with you all the benefits of our program to make sure that if you have any questions, we can answer those questions. We will literally show you step by step everything that you would need to do to go from where you are financially to 6 figures and beyond. We have the blueprint. We're living the blueprint. We're helping other people live this blueprint, and we're mentoring them, coaching them, and consulting them through the entire process. So we'll walk you through that consultation over the phone. We'll get you onboarded. I'll even schedule an initial session with you if you need that initial session, just to make sure that you have a solid game plan for the next year that we're working together. But you got to text millionaire today to 404-478-7213. That's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. It was an amazing discussion that we just had on the 3 keys to being financially free. So I love all of you. Appreciate all of you. Leave comments, feedback in the comments. Let us know how the show is providing value, how our videos are providing value, how our content is providing value, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page and follow me on every other platform at Ramon Preston. Love all of you. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time, right here on the Ramon Preston Show.